Alright, welcome back. I'm going to talk about Sin again, and specifically his food and why it's bad and you should probably not use it. So we know finally how food works, and it's whatever. And it's comparable to Faust, in the sense you get an RNG pool and it's like whatever. You get some buff and it's pretty sweet. Now the difference between Sin food and Faust item toss is in the reward and how impactful it is to the game. So the first thing you need to understand is you're sacrificing something every time you do food. So if you're over here and you're holding your space, eating food, you stop holding your space and you're allowing your opponent to kind of run in on you. That's that. In the case of offense, you're sacrificing all this corner carry. If you get a hit like this, you're sacrificing the corner carry to get a buff. And in the best case scenario where you're not really sacrificing anything is over here, where if you do this, you kinda get a cheeky mix. But that's about it. While, this is still fine because you get pressure after, so it's whatever, you're not really sacrificing anything. Same with wallbreak, and I'm going to argue about the wallbreak. Let me show you the scenario again. I forgot to eat, my bad. I want to just show you the damage here. So this is 161. And this would be 164. So basically no difference in damage. So if you want to get the lucky pool, just go for it. It's whatever. And now to explain why it's not worth sacrificing stuff. So it's not worth eating here. And it's not worth eating here. And instead you should be eating here and after the bombo. If you get a bombo that allows you to wall break with a normal, so you can actually eat and then fight me. So what does Sin gain? What does Faust gain? All Faust items are impactful. So these are the ones that can backfire the most if he tosses them. But if he does get them, the reward is pretty good. Let's get hammer, is pretty good. There we go, hammer, meteor, godlike. Hammer covers so much space, does so much for you. Mini Faust is absolutely busted. The weight forces your opponent to move. Pretty much whatever, in 60% of the cases, the item will be useful for Faust, it will be good for him. And it's going to impact the game in a major way. And he doesn't really sacrifice much for it, because what is he going to do? Like, what's the mix difference? Is this mix difference? Fuck, I don't know how to mix. Oh no! There we go. Like this or this for Faust is like whatever. They're both pretty much the same thing. He gets decent pressure, he gets an item toss, which if it was like the weight as you saw, then he can go into more items and he can pretty much all go to hell from there. That's a lot of bombs. Holy shit. So, what does it look like with Sin? So we have a graph. The chances of getting each item is 20%. So there is a 20% chance for you to get the item you want. But the effects are scaled. There are 5 levels of effects, level 1 being the worst, level 5 being the best, but the chances of getting a higher level are lower. So level 1 and 3 are the most common ones. This is the ones you're probably going to be getting most of the time. Level 4 is rare-ish, and level 5, there's a 6% chance to get it. It's not happening, it's 1 in 15 basically. Now, the effects themselves, So from level 1, so they're first of all the worst level, the worst buffs are the time-based buffs. This is meat, ooh, lucky, which gives you damage. Lobster, fish, which we just got, which gives you movement speed. And you get lobster, which gives you damage reduction. These ones are time-based, so meat, lobster, and fish's effects will last for a certain amount of time based on the level. At worst, it will be 2 seconds. In most cases, it will be 4 seconds. And if you get the premium, it will be just 6 seconds. The buffs themselves, fish is the worst. Fish gives you movement speed. The lower levels are basically unnoticeable. You see how he's fallen? They're basically unnoticeable, like. Oh, this was a good one. That one lasted for quite some time. The problem with fish, from a card game / RPG perspective, is that if you're here in neutral, you kinda benefit from it, because the extra movement speed may allow you to juke some stuff. But in every other scenario, getting extra movement speed does nothing for you. It literally does nothing for you. It doesn't change the game in any way, shape or form, so fish is pretty bad. After that is damage reduction, so lobster. And lobster also doesn't change the game in any meaningful way. At worst you get 2% damage reduction. Most cases 6%, at best 10%. But Guilty Gear is a super high damage game, and whether this move will do 41, or in the best case scenario it will do 30... what? Around 37? It doesn't change anything. You're still going to die to 2 Nago combos, so damage reduction is pretty bad. The other reason it's pretty bad, and maybe even worse than the fish, is because with fish you get the benefits. Like, how much you're going to benefit from having extra walk speed, I don't know, but you have extra movement speed. You get it. With Lobster you need to get hit for it to matter. And the problem is that you don't want to get hit in the first place, right? Because fighting game. So it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. The next one is meat. It does the opposite. It makes you do more damage. So this regular does 41, that time it did 43, now it will be 42, with pool 44. So again, 2%, 6 and 10 is the best. And I'm not answering my phone, excuse me. Now, this one is a bit better, because dealing extra damage, even if it's something slight like 4%, it will still impact the combo a little bit. It's still a nice bonus. And you know, if you get it in the bombo from earlier, if you get it over here, in the bombo that I just showed you, I'm not a professional, you know me. You know how it is. So if you get meat here, 161, this wasn't... it's weird. I was about to say that perhaps, you know, getting a little bit of extra damage on the final hit could be nice. And if you do open them up, getting damage on your next combo is pretty nice. But again, this kinda suffers from the same fate as Lobster, where even if you do get meat, and even if you get the best possible meat, so 6 seconds, 10% extra damage, the chances of you actually not being able to benefit from it and not opening your opponent up are still there. It's still very much a thing. And you might as well just get the extra damage from doing a regular combo. It really might just be better to get the extra damage from a regular combo like this, honestly, in my opinion. So whatever. Now the ones that are not bad, or I mean they're bad but they're not as bad. Lizard, if you can get Lizard. Lizard gives you health. At worst it will give you 5 health, which is negligible. Often it will give you around 15, which is the same amount that Nago heals when he bites you, basically. And at best it will give you 25, which is pretty decent. Now why is this better than all the other ones? Is because if you're damaged, which will probably be, getting just a flat health boost will always benefit you. The chances of getting a health boost not being of some use to you are pretty slim. And while once again Gear is a high damage game, it might not help you survive something, it's still better than nothing. Now the best one in my opinion is the ice cream. It builds tension. This was the best possible pull, I'm pretty sure. That's what tension I just got. It goes from 3% tension to 9, and at best it will do 15. So 15% tension, pretty decent. Fucking 3% is whatever, if you get it. That's the one, that's 3% tension right there for it. Oh, come on, give me a better tension pull. God damn it. Oh my god, I'm getting all the crappy ones. Oh, that's a good ice cream. So why is this good? Because in this case, if you get ice cream, you build tension, it's fine. And you're not really sacrificing much, and I'm going to show you why, if I can get a good ice cream here. So if you happen to get ice cream, goddamn RNG. So tension to the E and pressure after. So something like this. Compared to this, which is a little bit less tension overall. Yes, if the 6K doesn't connect, it will be less tension for sure. But you get the point, right? It has the potential to build more tension than this, and you can still pressure, which is sweet. And getting tension is always useful. Even the 3%, as shitty as it is, you get like this, which is basically 3%. Being able to FG for a split second in this game is fucking useful. It's really useful. Alright. So ice cream can be pretty nice for this. Regardless of what you get, because tension is just such a valuable resource in this game. But once again, none of these really impact the game in any way. They really don't. So the only case where I see where going for food is not the worst option you can do would be, again, in this situation here, when you get a combo like this, where you really have nothing to do that's better. If you don't have meter to super, then the sacrificing 4 damage, you know, between doing this thing and this thing, it really doesn't matter at all, and getting a random buff is pretty sweet, basically. But the buffs themselves are pretty unimpactful. So that's why food is kinda bad, and you should probably not use it unless you all spot with a normal when you can eat peacefully. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in another one.